Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 140 for Schnozcast on Saturday, September 11th, 2021. This is Bob, joined by my stalwart co-hosts, Nick Bader, Cory Selesky, and Todd Vincent Osborne Dillon. That's for the government, in case they're listening. All right. Todd, you out there?
I am out here.
There we go. I'm just fucking with your volume so we can hear those dulcet tones.
Dulcet tones. Check, check, check.
Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. All right. Kids, thanks for joining us. If you're new to the podcast, we are here literally every weekend, right about this day and time. You can catch us here, or you can follow us on social media. Let's do the streaming services first.
Wow.
Okay. It's almost like I had a week's off, and I haven't been doing a podcast.
Seriously, dude, come on.
You can follow us on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Pandora, or anywhere else where you can get a mofo podcast. You can also follow us on social media on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube at Schnozcast. You can email us at schnozcast@gmail.com, or, there's my headphones.
Oh, it did all of us?
No, just me.
No, it did to mine, too.
Well, that's the master.
So am I.
Yeah, right, anyway. Or you can text or call us at 618-SHOCKER. That phone is actually powered on right now and plugged into a power source. So
Oh, yeah.
there's no excuse. You've literally got no excuse. Reach out to us and tell us what you want to hear. Send us some questions. Tell us what you think. And by the way, if you're following us out on social media, or you get your podcast from Apple Music, or you go to Podbean or Spotify, we highly recommend Spotify if we're going to recommend one over the other. Give us a rating and a review. Tell us what you think. That's what gets us the big advertising dollars, which is what we're all been chasing. So, Cory, you there?
Oh, hey.
There it is. I can't start the show without that.
My apologies.
Never apologize, Cory. It's not your nature. Nick, how are you?
Oh, not so bad.
Excellent.
Not too bad.
So,
Hold on, did you get the sounds working again?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So while I was fixing those sounds,
Yeah.
they're on bank 2, which is, and I forgot to change it back to bank 1 before I hit the start the podcast sound, which is why.
Yeah, it sounded like a disco or something.
Yeah.
A little bit of a hiccup.
Yeah. It's expected at this point.
It shouldn't be, though.
Well, this is for
only
the new listeners who
only
never heard us
140
before.
in.
Oh, look, if you're trying to figure out what episode they're going to finally figure all that shit out,
At 150, it's going to be like day one.
you think we could have a raffle.
4?
How many? We should have assigned X number of days without an accident on the podcast.
Yeah.
Todd, you're still kind of quiet, buddy. What's going on out there in Washington State?
Oh, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful fall day. Good day for football.
So who are you watching today?
Dude,
Let's keep this
Michigan's
short.
playing Washington right now.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
You got the TV on?
Oh, yeah.
All right. One eye on the podcast, one eye on the game.
I got 2 eyes on the game.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got to stop there because Nick's giving me the stink eye, and it's sports.
No, we're
Should
not
have
there
started
yet.
the
Just push
timer
the
already.
button.
Yeah. You've
Push the button.
Good job, buddy. You've already shaved off 15 seconds. Hope you're happy.
How the dogs doing, man?
Dogs are doing good. Bo is now weighing in at 67 pounds. For those keeping track, he is only 4.5 months old. I'm getting scared.
Christ. Yeah. How much food are you going through a day?
He doesn't eat a ton. I mean, I think he's like on 4 or 5 cups a day.
4 or 5 cups?
4 to 5 cups.
My fat ass dog gets 1 cup a day.
Well, again, puppies always get more. So he's getting, and literally he's supposed to eat like 3 or 4 times a day. He gets fed twice a day. He's skinny as a rail. He's just huge.
Wow.
Is he killing any critters in the backyard? Maybe that's where he's getting his sustenance from.
No, he doesn't. He hasn't. I haven't seen much prey drive. I actually have a funny story about that though. The other night, I decided to switch. Max, my 130-pound Rottweiler, who is fully capable of chasing down rodents and whatnot. I saw him in the yard the other night after I'd let him out, and he didn't come right back in, and he's like pointing almost. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if there's like an elk or a bear in the yard. So I kind of amble out there, and as I walk up,
there might be an elk or a bear, and you just ambling out there.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Me and Max are out there. We're good.
Made of tougher stuff.
Well, we outweigh the bear. I mean, it's not like we got 700-pound grizzlies or polar bears out here. We got but worst case.
Wait, Todd, you outweigh a bear?
No. Between Max and I, both we do.
A dog and a person? You think so?
130 pounds plus. Call me 200 pounds and
Okay.
We will call you 200 pounds, yes.
Yeah.
I said and change.
Yeah, but aren't bears like 650 pounds?
No, black bears are like when we have a big one in our yard, they're like 300 pounds.
It's still pretty fucking big.
You think so?
Yeah, well,
So
like
you
I
guys-
said,
you
between
guys are
Max
working
and
in
I,
tandem.
yeah. Plus one of us is armed.
So,
So he's
adult-
out there. I thought it was that, and so yeah, let me finish. So I thought it was that, and I walk out there, and this knucklehead dog is staring at like 3 rabbits just eating his lawn in front of him, and I'm like, what? And then when I walk out there, 3 white tails freaking flee in all different directions, and he doesn't take one step, and I'm like, what kind of prey drive is this? He like totally just sat there watching the rabbits eat Mary's garden.
oh my God.
Great
That's a
guard
good boy.
dog.
Are you
Great
still
guard
taking your
dog.
dog? You used to take every dog to training, right? To like
Oh, yeah.
pretty extent. Are you taking him too?
Yeah, well, so we start. Bo starts all-star puppy training next week. So he's starting his formal training, but I've been working with him, trying to do 20 to 40 minutes of obedient stuff during the day at home. But we're going to formal training next week. And actually, one of the things we do with all the dogs is we do nose works, where they identify smells and they track them down in this huge barn that's got drafts and hay and dog pee from about 10,000 dogs, and they got to sift through all those smells and find like a Q-tip that's been dipped in anise.
Wow, that would be pretty amazing to watch.
It's pretty awesome. It's amazing how and Bo's got a really great sense of smell. We can already tell. So I'm excited to see how good he is, because Alexa, she's food motivated. She could find Jimmy Hoffa if they freaking give her a sock.
That's awesome. Oh man. Hey Cory.
Yes,
We're
sir.
jumping at booze news.
And now it's time for booze news.
I got something for booze news. Am I the only one?
I got some.
I got something.
No fucking shit. Look at you, rock stars. All right, I'll make this.
Hope you're- I don't
Hope you're
have
proud
anything.
of yourself, Cory.
I feel ashamed.
I'll wait for a week that we don't have
No.
something.
He plugged all the mics in.
Yeah, I'll wait for a week that we don't have something, so we'll do mine another time.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, so there is a website called mcbroken.com. I wasn't aware of this because I never get it, but apparently there's a systemic problem across the country with ice cream machines in the McDonald's constantly being broken everywhere. So much so that the government has now opened up an investigation into why that is. Because that's where you want your government
Yeah.
spending their time.
Yes.
So this guy, who's a programmer, built this website, and it lists anywhere in the country which McDonald's it is and whether or not their ice cream machine is working or not, which I think is pretty amazing. And
Wow.
so you can go to mcbroken.com and it'll tell you, no matter where you are in the country, whether or not the ice cream maker is working. Basically, he, without getting too technical into it, because I can't, he reverse engineered their internal API on the mechanism that they use to track whether or not each McDonald's restaurant, whether or not it's broken. They have to report it back into corporate. So he places an order for $18,752 every minute at every McDonald's in the U.S. to determine whether or not their locations have a broken ice cream machine.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So, sadly, he doesn't actually submit an actual order, but he's just querying for which ice cream machines are up and which ones are down. So, if you're a big McDonald's ice cream fan, that's what you need.
Hey, can you tell me which Taco Bells have sauce packets?
No, but I can give you. I'll send you the guy's Twitter thread, and you can see if he can do the same thing for Taco Bell.
There seems to be a shortage of those.
All right, you got it, buddy. I got you. Todd, you got a story for us?
I do, and this again, sticking to my rodent theme. So, attack of giant rodents or class war. Argentina's rich are riled by new neighbors. Hordes of capybaras have taken up residence at their gated community, sparking debate on environment and inequality for these capybaras. So I don't know if you guys know anything about what a capybara is.
I was gonna ask.
Oh, yes. You don't know what a capybara is?
I did at one point, but now I've forgotten.
It's a giant rat.
Okay.
And by giant, they're like they get up to like 24 inches tall, and they can weigh up to 132 pounds.
All right.
And they're naturally gregarious, and they live in groups between 10 and 20.
When you say they're naturally gregarious, so they're fun-loving rats?
They're naturally gregarious. They're actually kind of fun-loving. You can actually reach out and pet and feed them.
Jesus.
They're like pet rats.
That's disgusting. Nick's showing me a disgusting picture. Don't do that.
It is. So there's so again, I'll read a little bit of the story, but the Nordelta is Argentina's most well-known gated community, an enclave of spacious homes for rich amid a dreamy landscape of lakes and streams north of Buenos Aires. But environmentalists question its very existence because it was built on the wetlands of the Parana, the second most important river in South America after the Amazon. Now, however, nature is fighting back against Nordelta's well-heeled residents. In recent weeks, the community has been invaded by capybaras who have destroyed manicured lawns, bitten dogs, caused traffic accidents. They not only destroy gardens, but their excrement has also been a problem.
I thought they were gregarious.
Hey, it bit a dog, not a person.
Oh, that's all right then.
So they're wildlife officials have prohibited residents from touching the large rodents. And I guess touching also means shooting.
Oh, I would shoot it in a second. Those things are huge.
Well, yeah,
They look disgusting.
Some of Nordelta's residents are reported to have responded by bringing out some hunting rifles, but many of the Argentinians have taken up to social media to defend the rodents, locally known as carpinchos.
What's that?
Anyway, carpinchos. So there's this huge debate. Again, this is what happens when you build your nice house on some rodent's playground. Nature's going to push back. So I won't read the whole thing, but what an amazing story about 130-pound rats who live in groups of 10 to 20 taking dumps all over rich folks' lawn.
Could you imagine if you saw 20 capybaras fucking running down the street? That'd be terrifying. I watched a YouTube or a Facebook video of someone that had it as a pet, and they're like, "We just love it so much. He's so great." And then towards the end of the video, all these cute poses, and it's in the pool and doing all this stuff, and the husband's like, "Yeah,
Pool.
yeah." The husband's like, "Yeah, it doesn't like me. It only likes women." He's like, "I've been bitten a couple times. They have teeth like beavers."
Oh yeah, it's a big rat.
Yeah.
And actually, they're being cruel to it. If they normally live in groups of 10 to 20, they should have at least 5 of them.
Dude, they don't have a tail though, do they?
Yeah. Do they have a tail?
It doesn't look like they have a tail.
It doesn't look like they have a tail. They look like okay, they're giant hamsters then.
I hate hamsters.
Well,
Hamsters are amazing.
hamsters are detailed rats, right?
Hamsters.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Hamsters are.
What are
They're
hamsters?
less hard rats, right? Because hamsters die all the time. Rats live forever. Well, except for Pinkerton's rat, which I had
like,
nothing to do with.
If you went out and bought like urine-soaked potpourri, like that's what a hamster basically is. You're putting urine potpourri in your house, and when you walk by it, you're gonna smell that all the time. And they just
them out.
they sit there and do
Yeah,
nothing.
You're supposed to clean
Fucking
it.
wet wood chips and shit. It's disgusting.
You're supposed to clean it.
They don't just like you scoop one piece. I mean, they're gonna get wet, and then you have to clean it out. It's nasty. And then you got to rinse out the inside of the terrarium thing and everything. They don't do anything.
Well, now that I have your address, if it's possible, I will be mailing you one of these capybaras.
I remember try to sleep and I hear the squeak of the stupid wheel in the next room.
Oh, so you were traumatized by a hamster. That's where this hate's coming
Yeah.
from.
I thought you could sleep through anything.
Well, not when I was younger.
Oh, okay. But today you're all set for a hamster.
No, I don't want my house to smell like urine.
I don't know this to be true, but I think that it is, that all hamster owners don't clean it regularly.
Cleaned ours.
Yeah,
regularly.
because they throw it in the kids' room.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know any adults who own hamsters.
There's really not much you can do.
I have a hermit crab.
There's really not much is that still alive?
Yeah.
There's not much you can do.
How
like,
big is that fucking hermit crab? Sorry.
I mean, he's the size, still the same size of his shell that we got him in. I had to order him more sponges today.
They only bought the 2 shells, so that's as big as that crab's getting.
Okay.
Until Tawas next year.
I guess.
He's going to come back with us.
So when you come home from work, is that the first thing you do? Just go up and say hi to
To Walter.
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 Him and the dogs, yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Give him some sprays.
Weird.
Walter.
I mean, I approve, I
I
guess.
really enjoyed watching Walter pinch the shit out of Cory
Yeah.
several times.
Yeah, and you
Ow! But he's just not moving. He's just letting it happen.
any experience Cory can get in taking care of other living things is great.
Except for kids.
I did not expect you to respond to that, but you did.
Cory was like,
When you spray him, he puts his claws out and goes like this in the air, and he comes right out of the shell. It's really cool.
and I'm like, okay, let me see. So he does it. He's like, he's not really doing it right now. And this was after like several drinking all day libations. And he's just like in shorts, like all sunburned. He's like, watch. Spray. And it just reached behind its head and just locked right onto his hand. And he's like, ah! I'm like, drop it. He's like, ow. And he's like, son of a bitch. And finally, like, he sets him back down. He's like, had this chunk missing out of his hand.
I was bleeding pretty good, yeah.
Like, why didn't you move? He's like,
I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to drop him.
He got like the skin right at the tip of my my thumb.
Oh, that's a sensitive.
And he grabbed that and pulled it right out.
You're a sensitive lady.
I have a new drinking game next time we're in town. We got to be at Cory's house.
Okay.
See how long you can stand the pain of a hermit crab bite?
What I have in mind is not suitable for air.
Todd's going to show up with drawn butter.
I can't wait for episode 240 where Cory's going to get on the podcast going, I keep spraying those kids, but it doesn't work. Nothing seems to calm them down. Give them a little spray.
I wanted him to come out of the room. I sprayed him. They didn't sprawl out of the door.
Yeah.
The one did bite me, though.
Hey, what the fuck? It works for Walter. You too good for your spray?
Angie gave
Cory
me
Jr.?
Angie gave me that big cat wheel she bought. My kids just run on it in their room.
Each kid's going to have a spray bottle right outside their door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That bed, that's the biggest bed you're going to get. So you shouldn't, that's as tall as you're going to get right there.
God, you imagine the food bill that's going to be like the grocery bills at the Selesky home when there's like little versions of Cory and Danielle who love to snack.
All right, kids, we're going to the gas station.
Yeah. Yay! Which one? Now you know that's going to ruin the surprise.
Lots of good snacks at gas stations.
Yeah. Dude, Danielle, I just envision is going to be like the Costco, Schwann's, Sam's Club mom that just has hundreds of frozen pizzas, individual bagel bites, all kind. I mean,
We already do.
I'm just saying, but once there's a kid.
Yeah. Your cupboard is like a kid heaven.
Well, I mean, look at my mom's basement, the pantry.
Oh, yeah. Even just your fridge. Your mom's fridge.
Always stocked.
Yeah, like 10 people lived in that house. All right, Cory, you got a Funko.
I do.
Funko this. Funko this. Funko this.
I'm still impressed that I recently learned that that's Todd harmonizing in the background. I never knew that.
This week's Funko This is Kevin Smith, Fat Man. He was a LA Comic-Con exclusive. I was able to pick him up on Facebook Marketplace from someone I found right around the corner from Nick's house, actually.
Really?
Silent
Yep.
On the way over here tonight?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's how do you think I got that? This was months ago.
Bob.
How would have I gotten the picture on if I picked it up on the way over here tonight?
I think Nick and I have always theorized that that's not a real picture.
Yeah. I think it's
Photoshop.
superimposed.
Yeah. Somebody else's desk.
Clearly.
Cory acts like he's got like a golden desk that you can just look at the photo and say, God, that is so your desk.
Yeah.
Like that could
Screams,
be
Cory.
any number of any desks anywhere I've ever seen.
Here's my proving point in this picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can actually see my hard drive in the background.
Oh, we
there.
do. We do see it.
I see a splash of orange. That's all
That's-
I see.
That's that right there.
No.
Yep.
No, that looks like a Ryobi battery.
Could be anything.
Yeah.
Ryobi's green.
Could be a Sour Patch Kid that you dropped.
There is no battery of Ryobi's that is orange.
Okay. Well, then maybe it's
yeah.
a Black & Decker battery.
That would be more like it. But it's too late for that one, buddy. Nice try.
Huh?
Nice try.
What one Ryobi device do you have?
3.
What?
I have an Edger.
Aren't they all in one? Don't
No,
you just change the heads on them?
There is an all-in-one. But
Chainsaw?
I have just the Edger, Weed Whacker, and then a blower.
Oh, so if I wanted like a special way to find out like more details about those items, I would just call Danielle.
No, because I bought them and use them.
Not according to the conversation last night.
Oh, man.
Oh!
Yeah, so this is the Fat Man. So Kevin Smith's a big Batman fan, and he does a podcast called Fat Man on Batman. I think him and Kevin Conroy, one of the guys who does the voices for Batman, talk about Batman shit. This dude's living in a way nicer house than any of us are.
Oh, I know.
Except for Todd, of course. I don't know if Kevin's got a waterfall.
Yeah,
There you
really.
go. There you go.
All right, number 483 in the pop collection.
Kevin Smith, Fat Man.
All righty. Mr. Todd Dillon,
Yes, sir.
we've got an hourglass over here that is just dying to be turned over. So tell me
Ooh,
you got a
man.
sports segment.
Dude, there's so much going on in the world of sport. I could freaking talk for 90 minutes, let alone 90 seconds.
Let's do that.
Oh, yeah, let's.
And we see him heading in that direction. The 20. He's going for 40. And it's 90 seconds forward.
Hey, so I gotta wait for Nick to start the clock. Sorry, I'm excited.
Wow.
I'm like,
Hey.
I'm ready to go. I'm chomping at the bit.
Yeah, I see. And you can't start it out with saying sweet or cool.
What?
Nope. You can't go, okay, cool, sweet. So, just start and know at the end of the days. Or literallys.
All right.
All right. Todd Dillon, 90-second sports starts now.
When it comes down to it, there's a ton of shit I could talk about this week because we had Patrick Cantlay, showing off, showing out, and winning the PGA Tour's championship this year. Great job, Patrick Cantlay. Then we have football actually starting. And so I'm like, wow, there's a lot going on in college football. We actually saw one of my favorite teams that I love to see lose. Ohio State lost today at home to Oregon. And they're never supposed to lose to a Pac whatever team ever at home. But I have to talk about one of my favorite topics in all sport. If anyone wanted to see a great football game, this Thursday night saw the Dallas Cowboys play Tampa Bay. They should have been all rights. They should have gotten run out of the building. But they actually showed up to play, except for one guy. There's a guy on each football team who shows up to practice but doesn't have to condition. You rarely see him in the weight room. This guy is the guy called the kicker. And again, a football game was decided by a guy who has one job. Kickers don't do other things. They're not the backup snapper. They're not the backup anything. Maybe a punter, which again, another kicker. And this week, the kicker lost the game for the Dallas Cowboys by not only missing a 37-yard field goal, but this dumb mofo, again, not dumb, just
And that's 96
untalented. He missed an extra point. Damn it.
Oh, no.
That is all she wrote, my friend.
Cut the kickers.
I feel like you've got kicker stories like you have Olympic stories.
Oh, my
I
God.
have no doubt that next week we're going to hear more about kickers.
Yeah. I'm all about the kickers.
I couldn't tell whether he was looking at the hourglass or
Who?
not. Todd.
I couldn't
No,
see it.
He doesn't know what's going on.
I couldn't see it.
Oh, good.
Hey, and you never asked me what I'm drinking tonight. And we didn't do a shot.
Come
You
on,
just kinda
Bob.
scared me.
Really?
I love how this is my fault. No, we haven't done a shot yet. What are you drinking tonight, Todd?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Well,
I'm drinking New Belgium's Atomic Pumpkin. As I was saying on Facebook, I hate all things. Bob, I'm with you. I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like pumpkin spice lattes. I don't like pumpkin anything. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. But the can art game was so strong. I'm like, that looks like something I got to at least try it. I don't like pumpkin stuff. I know I'm going to take a sip and throw this 6-pack in the trash. But Mary's like, well, I like pumpkin things. I like pumpkin spice. She gives me that whole routine. So we get a 6-pack of it. And
Is that all it takes?
It's actually really, really good. It is the spicy edition. It's a solid beer, and I would recommend it. Even if you hate pumpkin, give it a go. It's actually really good. And for my shot, I'm drinking Jim Beam Peach.
Jim Beam Pumpkin.
spicy version.
It's damn good.
It's spicy?
Jesus.
It's spicy. It's weird. It's got, like, at the end, it's got this
like
weird...
nutmeggy.
It's not. I thought it was nutmeg at first, Nick. I think it is a weird thing. I think there's actual peppers hidden in the background, but you don't get any sense of any like jalapeno or any of the peppers not adding flavor. There's just like lingering spice on your tongue. It's pretty awesome.
Interesting. Maybe it's clove.
It's not clove. There's clove in it. Because since it's a pumpkin thing. There's every manner of fall spices in this thing.
Maybe star anise.
This is literally making me sick to my stomach to listen to.
Dude, I was Bob at the end. I was at the beginning of the day. You should try this thing.
Sports is over. Come on.
I think that one of the pumpkin beers I bought, because I started getting into the pumpkin beers in the last couple years here, and every night I like to try a new one. And one of them had said, I think it was, I'm not sure if it was Screaming Pumpkin or what it was, but it said, made with real pumpkin puree or something like that. I remember telling Bob, and he's like, "Oh my god!"
I would have been
disgusting.
before I tried this. I would have been exactly the same way. I don't like anything pumpkin. It's the gourd you don't eat. I don't like pumpkin at all, and this is actually really good.
I don't like pumpkin pie or like food that's flavored with pumpkin.
I don't like pumpkin beers. I've had every time someone comes over, they bring pumpkin trash over here, and this is the first time somebody got it right.
Pumpkin trash.
Good Lord.
Well, and Sam Cherry. I love cherries. Shitty beer.
Oh, dude. I can't.
I would definitely do cherry over pumpkin.
No,
Yeah.
dude, I'm getting
would
a
do
headache.
anything over pumpkin.
I'm getting a headache just thinking about a cherry fucking beer.
Yeah, I don't like
Now
fruit
you know how I
beers.
feel with the fucking pumpkin.
No, well, because I have a bad placebo with cherries. It always reminded me of the fluoride that they used to put in your mouth when you were younger.
Oh, yeah.
That cherry fluoride.
You had a
and-
good dentist. Do you want mint or mint?
No, dude, I would have taken mint all day long.
Do you want mint or fluoride flavored?
This cherry, it was so disgustingly sweet, and it was medicinal, and oh god, it was horrible. So I remember someone bought me a Sam's cherry wheat or some shit, and it had a maraschino on the bottom. I'm like, what the fuck's on the bottom of my beer? And I went to take a sip. I'm like, whoa!
Oh, I know.
No.
It's disgusting.
Oh,
I
cherry.
think I have a 6-pack from the 90s in my fridge. Horrible.
You put it on eBay because LAB still probably buy it.
Right. You know, I actually did find a show on History Channel
Yeah,
that it was called Eating History, and these two guys actually,
it was called Eating History.
yeah, they order stuff from online or have people send stuff to them that they found in like World War II era bunkers and like stuff that people have found when like renovating their homes, like bottles of liquor and stuff people have found in the ceiling, and they actually consume it.
Ugh.
I mean,
Oh, that reminds me, Corey.
Yes.
My first marriage tip. Or maybe I gave you something while I was there last week. Anyway, my next marriage tip. There's a tradition where people like take a piece of your wedding cake and then put that shit in the freezer and then break it out and eat it on your
I have heard
first
this.
anniversary. Don't do it. Stay away from the cake.
You know, that's a terrible idea because cake shouldn't be frozen. Like it's not meant to be
Ours-
frozen and eaten.
We spent a lot of money for a cake that didn't taste very good to begin with, but a year-old piece of expensive wedding cake that didn't taste very great from the get-go tastes like dog shit on a stick.
Oh, I don't doubt
And a
it.
dirty stick at that.
Because I mean, you can't. You're.
So don't do that.
I guess if you vacuum sealed it, it would be okay, but you can't really vacuum seal cake.
Well, you
The,
can, and I still think it would suck.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, if Danielle wants to, she's more than able to freeze her own cake and eat it a year later. But I will not partake.
Oh, wedding cake?
Yeah.
Well, you don't even know the rules of marriage yet. If she eats it, you're eating it. So talk her out of it now.
I'll do my best.
Can you flash fry wedding cake?
Flash fry it.
Yeah.
Flash
Don't you have like
fry.
a...
You can flash fry anything, Bob.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's all
yeah,
you do.
are you putting a cake
Why?
into a fryer? What do you?
yeah. What?
Yeah. Don't you have like a...
We have an air fryer.
air fryer. There you go. Can you air fry?
Why would you air fry cake?
Because you love fried shit. And
Because
I thought,
Bob
Okay,
knows nothing.
first of all, an air fryer is not a
fryer.
fryer. Secondly, why would you air fry cake?
Correct.
to make it like a fish stick that you would eat.
Did you down a bunch of Fireball when you were standing over there or something? Because I'm not understanding.
Do you hold on? So when you're at home, are you saying that you heat up your cake when you eat it?
No, I'm just saying he hates wedding cake apparently, but
No.
loves fish sticks. Why not try
No,
to?
Todd
make
hates wedding cake.
Why not put it in the air fryer and make it more like a fish stick?
I'm with you, Bob. I don't know.
Oh, thank you for the
crazy,
weakest shot I've ever seen in my entire life, buddy.
What?
It's like half full.
He's so used to those
Do you
soup
remember
bowls from last night.
Yeah, I thought I was doing you a favor.
Yeah, he actually
I mean,
started turning him away. He was like, "No, I'm good."
I mean, a full shot would have been nice, but
Bob actually turned him away last night.
Jesus,
I had some of his.
Oh, it's fine.
I'll get you
It's
a fucking snifter of it next time.
don't you worry, buddy. It's fine.
All right.
Cheers.
Todd, cheers.
Cheers. Machu Picchu.
Shabuya.
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu.
Love it.
Ah. Peachy Jim Beam.
258
Got burned
days,
too.
Mr. Dillon. 258 days.
Can't wait.
Yep. Start booking your plane ticket.
Can't wait to put on my comfortable shoes.
Shoot. I got a red suit I haven't worn yet.
Dude, I would love to see you
That'd be awesome.
in a candy apple suit. Like
Beetlejuice suit?
like someone's uncle at church.
On Easter Sunday, you damn Skippy.
Yeah, for that day, I'm going to call you Uncle Todd. Bob said he's going to wear a lavender suit.
Levander.
Yep. From the
If
Steve
it was
Harvey
socially
collection.
acceptable, I would.
Canary. What do you mean it's socially acceptable? Why is it not socially acceptable? I didn't say Bob's going to only wear a tie. If it was socially acceptable. I'm way too white to wear those colors. It's not socially acceptable.
Yeah, no one wants to see me in a canary yellow suit.
I do
I
so
do.
bad
I
now.
do. Right next to me.
Yeah.
No.
You'd look
And
like
a brown shirt.
what's his face with Curious George.
Oh, the man.
You got to wear a brown shirt.
Oh,
I got you,
that'd be
Bob.
awesome.
You got me? You
I
got a
got
brown
you on
shirt
this
for
one.
me?
This is- I got a brown shirt.
Okay. I cannot think of a worse outfit for me to wear.
How about a brown suit with a canary yellow shirt like Dwight?
You do
that
that?
I could do. That I could
You could do that?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's predominantly brown. But for most everything you see to be yellow, it just I can't think of anything worse
Dude, you
than
can
that.
look good in yellow.
No, I can't. You got to know your limitations, Todd.
I know that yellow is not one of yours, sir. We're going to do this.
Limitations? No, trust me, it is. And if you were to see it, you'd agree. Nick, you want to do an existential question?
Yeah, we can do that.
Existential question of the week.
All right. This week's existential question. We may have asked this before, I don't remember, but it's definitely a great question.
Serve it up.
So we're going to serve it up. If you had to eliminate one season permanently, one season, whether it be spring, summer, autumn, winter, Christmas time, Halloween time, whatever, what would you eliminate and why?
Does anybody else feel like we did this before?
There's been so many questions. It doesn't matter because it would have had to have been a long, long time ago. So
I don't know if we have. I can't say for sure, but I know I would eliminate winter.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
I'm doing winter
that's
as well.
weak.
yeah, come on.
I fucking hate it. I hate winter.
All right, so
So you're doing it wrong.
Double-sided question. So it's going to be one season and one holiday. So if you could eliminate one holiday and
Well,
one
hold
season.
on. We didn't finish the season yet.
Right.
So
So he said winter.
winter as well. You Trailblazers are going to pick something else, right?
I mean,
Spring.
you guys took the easy way out. Oh.
Todd wants to get rid of spring.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm on board with spring. Spring is just sloppy. It's still cold. It's wet.
So you're going to go
Yep.
right from winter directly into summer.
That'd be amazing.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Dude, it'd be like
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
It'd be like a 90-degree day in Todd's
Yeah.
backyard.
And it's not going to happen overnight, like while you're sleeping. It's going to be like while you're walking around, like you've dressed.
Yes.
in
I'm down.
your-
That's perfect.
sweaters and
Yes.
corduroy pants,
Yes.
Dude, you know what?
moon boots.
You know what kind
Yes.
of you know what kind of apocalyptic storms we would have if that happened?
Yes, yeah. Well, it can't be any worse than we're currently having.
20
so-
below to 95 degrees.
I mean, that's Michigan
Yes.
weather. So
So, okay. So now we're going to go around. We'll do holidays. So I'll go first on
Well,
holidays.
Can I make one more comment?
Yeah.
Because who's ever, and everybody has lived in both Michigan. We've all lived in Michigan. Every winter, every now and again, there's like a winter day where it's like 63 degrees or whatever, and the sun's out and the snow's melting really hard. And you're like, God bless America, winter's over. And then
Yep.
you get crushed. But that day is summer-like, because summer doesn't automatically mean the hottest day of the summer.
Uh-huh.
You just have that change into summertime.
It's a
And like I
teaser.
said, when you exactly, and as happens in Michigan and also in Washington State, when you get those weird day or two in the middle of the season you hate, we're like, hey, things are changing, and then it goes back to what it's supposed to be for another 2 months.
hey,
You're freaking pissed.
hey, things are changing.
Hey, I'm not
Exactly.
sure if. Hey, I'm not sure if you guys can see what's going on with the weather here in Michigan. Hey, things are changing. I swear.
Things are changing.
It's raining hot dogs.
That one got me.
First, the hot dogs are frozen, and then they were boiling hot.
They're frozen because it's wintertime.
I will say that was the one good thing that Harrison could do was a Harry Carey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he couldn't.
he did all right at it.
He did okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say he definitely didn't do as well as you did. But
I feel like he asked me so much to do it, and I would always tell him no, that he tried to learn to do it on his own. Because he'd be like, yeah, just do it, Nick. Just do the Harry Carey. I'm like, dude, no, we're out like in public. I'm not going to scream, hey.
You should.
Well, do it enough.
If I
and then,
could, I would. It's just
oh,
not-
Bob.
yeah.
It'd be like me saying, like, oh,
If
if I
it
could
was socially acceptable, I would.
fix all these problems with computers all the time because I have an IT job, I'd just go around doing it for free. No.
Ooh,
I see.
that's crazy
Yep.
talk.
If you're good at something, never give it away for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly. So, holiday.
Holiday. Right.
So I would say like a legitimate holiday. I would say Valentine's Day.
That's a solid choice.
Yeah, does nothing for me.
I feel like all the women in the crowd would disagree with you.
I mean, it's just so it's ridiculous. If you're in a great relationship, you don't need a day to do something for your girl or your guy or whatever.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's like, here we go. Here's a card with hearts all over. Like, what if that's not your personality? Like, so now you're buying like boxes of heart-shaped chocolate and everything. It's like you could maybe.
What do you mean? What if it's not your personality? To receive it or to
no. Like to like the idea of Valentine's Day with the hearts on everything and Cupid and all that crap. Like, what if your idea of a Valentine's Day is, hey, I know my
here's $100.
No, I know my girlfriend really likes this one kind of champagne, so I'm gonna pick that up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pick up some some really good food, her favorite dinner, and come home. I mean, the kitschy shit.
But you're saying
stupid.
there's girls out there who, upon hearing that, would go, "Where's the fucking hearts, dude?"
Probably.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Those women are probably not worth your time.
I mean, it works both ways, but
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a dumb holiday.
I think I agree with the sentiment that if the relationship is strong, then you don't need a day. Every day should be that day. You're doing something special for her. Even just hey, how was your day? Even that the littlest things can mean a lot more. But
Yeah.
so I can't go with Valentine's Day.
No.
Right
now, someone at Russell Stover
does
is really
Groundhog
upset.
does Groundhog Day count?
No.
You get the day off work for Groundhog Day?
Yeah, it's the most useless holiday I can think of.
Do you ever? I was gonna say, do you ever even notice it's passing? It
it's
may as
always
well
in
not
the-
exist.
It's always in the news. And when I was growing up as a kid, it was always like the whole class, like, dude, the groundhog.
Okay, dude,
It
you
never
could do
fucking mattered.
You could do a lot worse than Punxsutawney Phil. So
another oversized rat that we don't need. Punxsutawney Phil.
I'm gonna name my kid that.
Punxsutawney Cory.
Punxsutawney Phil Bader.
Yeah, I should name my kid Punxsutawney Cory, and
Yeah.
and not let him shorten it. Oh, I just go by
Right.
Cory. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you go by Punxsutawney Cory.
Yeah. Where are we going, Dad? We're going out to the Secretary of State to fill out some official documents where you'd have to sign your whole legal name. That's where we're going.
That's what we're doing. Love a Punxsutawney Cory.
Todd, the holiday that you feel is the most regrettable, the easiest to throw away forever.
So what was? Can you actually read the question as it was written?
The question as it was written was if you could eliminate one season, and we added holiday as well.
Okay.
And it said i.e.
And it's just eliminate. So that's why I was questioning, because Bob wanted me to actually put an emotion or like I hate it. But so I'm actually going to draw some controversy into the mix. The holiday I'd get rid of would be Christmas.
What?
Yes.
The birth of our Lord?
Hey,
Come on now.
so
You gave me that stupid
hold
ass
on a
movie.
second. So for
Jingle,
us for us Christians, the birth of our Lord is that day,
Mm-hmm.
and I would argue that we could celebrate His birth any day or every day, and not pick that day. And really, the key piece for Christianity's sake is not his birthday, but the day that he died for Christian sins. So we should and we do celebrate that with Easter, but Christmas is a far bigger one. And I would say eliminate it because it's been commercialized. It drives companies in and out of business. I would say if we didn't have, especially as a commercialized holiday, if we didn't have Christmas and people bought up toys kind of every month of the year, and we were actually just thinking about the religious part every day of the year, I think we'd be in a much better spot. It'd be easy to predict trends. I think that you wouldn't have haves and have-nots at the holidays. You could spread that across the whole year. So I'd say eliminate Christmas Day as a holiday, and maybe we get a little bit closer to sanity.
All right, thanks for that, Ebenezer. That was fantastic.
That editorial brought to you by Todd Dillon.
Yes.
That was like a letter to the editor.
Basically,
Word.
Yeah.
Cory Selesky.
Words to live by.
I would have to probably eliminate December 4th, National Sock Day.
Do you get that day off?
Cory was clearly looking on Google to find the most. It's not a holiday.
And why
It's
wouldn't
a
you pick
national day.
National
Yeah.
Cats Day based on your other existential question?
If it's a national, if it's a U.S. holiday, we're not saying necessarily like your company. Like,
You pick
Everyone gets
Groundhog's
off
Day.
work.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm saying if it's a
I'm
nationally
calling Bah.
recognized holiday, I think it counts.
Well, I'm telling you right now, I'd never let Punxsutawney Cory get away with that.
I'm actually like celebrated holiday. I'd say
So-
Easter.
So then Taco Day,
Easter
then. I'm
sucks.
getting rid of that one then.
You're getting rid of
Forget
Taco
Christmas.
Tuesday?
Yeah, Easter's. I'm not a big Easter fan either. Well, I mean, it's in spring, and I'm getting rid of spring, so.
There you go. So you got rid of Easter.
No, it's an either or situation.
Why's it got to be either or?
Because I wasn't aware that when I picked the holidays to eliminate,
Because I want to change my answer.
well, no one told me.
But didn't you also say you're getting rid of winter? So.
Yeah, I guess Valentine's Day is in winter.
Yeah, you
I might
can't.
have picked something else then.
You can't invite Todd over for Christmas. That's for sure.
Apparently not.
First of all, there's no winter.
I just won't bring you a gift, bitch.
Wow.
If you brought a gift, my kids would just make you put it back in the trunk of your car.
I love how Todd has
Hug your Uncle Todd. I don't like black people. Hug your Uncle Todd.
I love how Todd has the ability to elevate and demean in the same
Yeah,
sentence.
and just so the internet is aware, my kids never said I don't like black people.
Yeah, he did.
Just for
That's
the permanent
exactly what I
record.
heard.
Yeah.
That's what I heard, Bob.
He told me that. He told me that was a true
I
story.
don't want to.
Isn't that why Cecilia wouldn't
that-
take the present from you the one time?
She didn't cry, but Bob's like, put it in your trunk. Put it in your trunk and leave.
Wow.
You get off my property.
I know.
And he did.
He wanted me to
He's
make
He's like,
make
yes,
his daughter
that's
cry.
I will do that.
Exactly. It's good seeing you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were so many racial undertones with your family and Todd.
Steve keeps coming around.
Good girl. I told you not to take a present from him. Ever.
One of these days, I'll have my kids in the podcast, and we'll hash it out.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be an excellent podcast.
Yeah, I think so.
Coming up with real winners over here.
Well, I know for sure Cecilia doesn't listen to this, so what I said will hold up.
Yeah, that's true. Did she tell you when you were in town last that she doesn't listen to the podcast?
No, but I know that. I know your daughter.
Oh, okay. I mean, you're not wrong. I just didn't know how you knew. Some kind of a soothsayer.
I know lots of things. I know lots of things.
All right, guys. So, can I piggytail on the end of your segment and do
You can piggyback.
some lightning round?
Yeah.
All right. So we did this a couple of weeks ago. These are much faster questions, although I left it open for discussion if you want. And Joe Guido from the chat seemed to have a real problem with that, so I want to do it even more now. Not sure why.
What? I can't remember the horse we beat to death.
Oh, well, no, that when we did this last, this was when me and Cory were in my kitchen with Greg, and you were flying. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
You were flying, and Nick was sleeping.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it now where you and Nick can participate. So, all right. So, lightning round. Is double dipping at a party ever acceptable? Cory?
No.
Todd?
No.
Nick? No. No from Nick. I think it's a no all around. Sourdough or wheat?
Sourdough.
Sourdough.
Yeah. Yeah. Sourdough all around. All right. Name one of the 7 dwarves.
Hang on, I don't want to interrupt this segment.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
have you ever seen the episode of Your Mom's House when, for some reason, Tom poses that exact same question to Bert,
Yeah.
and he starts listing off
Yeah.
real life dwarves? And
Oh, I never.
Tom
Dude
is-
who's in Bad
Tom-
Santa, whatever his name is.
yeah, like who's the guy in Game of Thrones? I can't think.
Tyrion Lannister.
Something, no, some Unklage or something. Peter
Peter
Dinklage.
Dinklage.
Yeah.
That was the first guy he lists off. He's like Peter Dinklage, and he lists off like 3 more. And Tom is crying, and Bert's like, "Oh, I'm doing good. I'm killing it," and dead serious. He's dead serious. And then so he gets over to Tom. He's like, "Well, sleepy, dopey," and then you see it hit Bert's face. He's like, "Oh my god, oh my god." He's like, "No, Tom." He's like, "Can we go back?" He's like, well, "We have to edit all that out." He's like,
He says it all the time, but they never do.
"No, they don't."
Yeah.
But he was listing off.
I feel like he knows that
real
they're
life,
never going to.
real life midgets.
They don't. They actually
Well,
don't
midgets
like
and
to
dwarfs aren't the same thing.
Be, yeah, they don't like to be called midgets.
Yes.
By the way,
Unless they're
Midgets-
midget-
midgets
unless
don't like to
they're
be called
midget-
midgets.
No, they don't.
And little
Unless they're midget
people and
dwarves.
dwarves are different as well.
midget is not a socially acceptable term.
Little people and
Little
dwarves
people,
are not
yep.
the same.
Dwarves would agree.
either.
Yeah. So name one of the 7 dwarfs.
Sleepy.
I was just in the bathroom. I'm like, I could name all of them.
And now you got nothing.
Do you want to go back in the bathroom? You
Maybe.
can shout it from the bathroom.
Isn't there Sneezy? Yeah.
Yes.
Sure, there's a sneezy.
Todd?
Tyrone.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm Tyrone.
Fail. You failed.
I was gonna say dopey or grumpy, but Tyrone sounds
Todd's
better.
like, tell me which one of them dwarfs is black.
Doc.
Tell me which one of them dwarfs is black.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll name him. And I'll
Doc's real
name him.
name is Tyrone.
Everybody pay attention to those damn dwarfs.
What advice would you give to your 5-year-old self if you could talk to him?
Don't grow up.
Okay.
End it at 10.
End it at 10?
Yeah.
End what at 10?
We won't get into that.
Okay.
Don't go in the pool in Orlando.
That was very specific.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I was holding on to my dad, and we were in too deep of water, so I was just like kind of holding on. I was actually in his arms, and my brother came running up, who goes 100 miles an hour doing anything and everything he does. He's like, Dad, look at me, look at me. And my dad's like, no. He's like, I'm gonna jump. He's like, no, you're not gonna jump. I've got your brother. He's like, ah! And all of a sudden, I just see Greg midair, coming like right at my dad, and his foot hit my eye and split it open
Kicked you right in the eye.
and shoved me all the way underwater. And I distinctly remember like looking up and just seeing my dad's bathing suit as I couldn't touch. And I grabbed onto his bathing suit and like pulled myself up. And I'm like, why do I remember so much of that traumatic experience that I had to pull myself up? Why weren't you pulling me up? I was trying to see what was going on. Your brother was airborne. And I'm like, oh, okay, wonderful.
And now we see why Nick became a lifeguard.
That's right.
15 open water saves.
So, and looking back on a couple of these other stories, remind me never to be around your dad in the water, because it sounds like you've almost died twice in the water.
What was the other time?
when he was sunbathing himself on the beach and
Yeah.
didn't see you drowning?
So,
Oh yeah, that's
so this was my mom's like, oh, your dad was such an asshole. I said, why is he an asshole? She's like, oh, he cared about his stupid tan. And I'm like, and I remember when I was younger, he did used to lay out, and he had like this 1970s like magenta banana hammock that he would wear, and he would just
but
be
he was
like,
alive in the 70s. That was probably hip.
it was, but this was not the 70s. This was like the 90s.
Banana boat oil everywhere.
Oh, dude, he was glistening. But
Panama Jack.
He was cinnamon brown, and so I remember, like, my mom said that they went up north to the beach, and I still find this story very, very strange. And I was 2, and my dad supposedly was watching me, and so my mom went out to the sandbar out in the water with my dad's sister, my aunt, and my grandma, my dad's mom. And again, this doesn't make any sense to me, but apparently they all took their tops off together, because I can't think of anything better than being like freshly married and being like, hey, you know what I want to do?
Freshly married.
I want to let my tits out with my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law way out in the water there. Like, I just don't see girls wanting to do that. And
I mean,
when you're freshly married.
I'll have to let Danielle know this trend.
I'm just telling you. Could you imagine? I mean, honestly, could you imagine like Danielle, Callie, and your mom like all going topless together out in the water? Like, why would they want to? Isn't that weird? Isn't that fucking weird?
Yeah, when you put it that close to home.
Yeah.
When it's right in my backyard, that's disgusting.
At first, I was like, I don't see an issue, buddy.
Yeah, you're like, this is amazing.
This is pretty cool.
No.
And then you put it that direction. I was like, yeah, son of a
Son of a
bitch.
bitch.
Yeah. So
That's no good.
So apparently their tops were off, and I started waddling down to the water. And obviously I was only 2, so I could not swim. And my mom was way too far out, so she was trying to scream at my dad. And she's like, you asshole, the baby. So she's attempting to run in, waving her top in the air, apparently topless, running through the water to try and get up. My dad was none the wiser, just completely passed out. She finally got there right as I got to the water's edge. So my dad's like, you were fine. Nothing happened, did you? I'm like, yeah, because mom came running in.
And look at this tan.
Yeah.
Dude, there has to be a picture somewhere out there of your dad when he was that tan, because
Oh, there is.
I just can't. Having met your dad several times, I just can never picture.
Oh yeah,
that level of tan to your dad.
My mom said that song by Carly Simon, "You're So Vain," used to be about my father. She's like, he couldn't walk past a mirror without checking himself out or whatever. I'm like,
oh, and then they invented cell phones, and
I really hope your dad's not watching this.
they invented cell phones, and Nick learned how to take selfies. So I guess it all kind of makes sense.
that's right. Yeah, my dad would have a lot of things to say, I'm sure.
Todd, what advice would you give to your 5-year-old self?
Don't grow up too soon.
Okay. You're being very philosophical tonight. Very introspective. I love it.
Yeah, because again, I can't remember a lot from when I was 5, so I imagine it was really good.
Maybe your advice should be write this shit down.
Exactly. Yeah, write this exactly. Buy Apple stock.
You motherfucker. No, fuck you. That was going to be mine. You already gave yours. You can't steal mine. Corey.
I already gave mine.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh,
and now we know what yours is.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's yours going to be, Bob?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. It seems like you're really piggybacking on a lot of things tonight.
Well, I can't help it.
Yeah,
that the guy
rat
actually
tail.
Winter?
gave
Oh, that sounds
2
good. Sure.
answers.
Winter? That's my answer, too.
Yeah.
Oh, Apple stock? Oh, that's a great answer. That one's mine, too.
And I thought he said it was on the tail of the rat.
Maybe you should talk to your 5-year-old self and tell him not to be such a dick.
Valentine's Day? No, that was what I wanted to say. That's a good one.
That's what happens when you let people go first.
Todd, I love so much that you did that and just popped his fucking balloon.
Would you want to live forever? No.
No.
God, no.
Stop stealing my fucking answer, Nick.
Yes.
Todd, yes. Why, Todd?
Well, if you know that going in, that opens a lot of doors for you.
Or you're going to be in some government lab getting experimented on.
That's true.
Why is he?
I'm taking a positive slant on it. I definitely would.
What was for dinner?
Takes one of the worries out of the bag.
What was for dinner tonight?
General Tso's chicken.
Pizza.
Peanut butter and jelly.
I have
sandwich.
dinner after this. I'm like, I have dinner after this.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
It seems like every podcast night, Bob's always just throwing together some sort of
I went shopping, but I went shopping for all sorts of shit, none of which was for dinner.
Peanut butter sandwiches.
And I had the choice of, and Jack came home from band from the football game, and he wanted to take a nap. And I'm like, "Are you gonna get dinner at some point?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm probably gonna get pizza later." I go, "Okay, cool." So I had a choice. I could either take a nap and have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or go get a pizza. And I'm like, "I really want a nap." That's how that worked.
So that's that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Todd, you're gonna what are you planning on having for dinner?
Oh, a salad. Buffalo chicken salad.
Buffalo chicken, homemade.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And I guess we'll make this the last one, then we can take a break.
Yeah, we're at 106.
Holy shit! Well, this should be a short one.
Was it 106.7, baby?
How many pull-ups can you do in a row?
In a row?
The real question
row,
is,
row?
when was the last time I tried that?
Yeah. I mean, that could be an answer. Like, I have no idea. 'Cause
So
it's been 15 years since I've done a pull-up.
In 8th grade, I think I did 15.
Luckily, Nick has a pull-up bar right upstairs, and we can try during the break.
Oh, Jesus.
I can tell you right now, it's probably going to be 1, so
Yeah.
we can get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Corey, you
I
have
can definitely do one.
maybe
your head has to go past the bar. You know that, right?
what was it was the dead man's hang? I can do that.
That's
All the girls did that.
Dead man's
Yeah.
hang is not an appropriate reference for this podcast.
Yeah, I don't know if they call it dead man's hang.
Probably
back
not
in the
anymore.
80s.
That's what they used to call it, though.
What was it?
Where you just had to actually just grab onto the bar and just hang there.
How about that stupid rope in gym class? Did you guys have to do that crap?
Fuck that, dude.
I love that
I
rope.
hated that
There's
thing.
a
I did
rite
too.
of passage.
Yeah.
No, that was stupid.
Did you guys have the? You guys probably didn't, Todd and Bob, but you had the presidential fitness challenge.
Oh,
We
yeah.
did. We did.
Did you?
Yeah.
We had that stupid box where you had to lean and stretch.
Yep.
So
I
dumb.
never did that.
Those things were so stupid.
You didn't have that in school, Todd?
I did not.
The box
And I'm
was the
younger than
presidential
Bob.
Why did you like the rope, Bob?
because I was good at it.
Yeah, well, try the rope now.
You got a rope up in the kitchen?
I would-
right next to the pull-up bar?
Dude,
do
let's take a collection because I would love to see Bob even attempt to go up a rope right now.
I say I'd be willing to go down to Sacred Heart and break into the gym right now and get the rope down,
All
and
right.
just to watch you
should
do
we,
it.
Should we just cut the podcast short right here?
Might as well.
Sacred Heart.
Might as well.
It only counts if he has to wear the same shorty shorts he would have worn in grade school.
Oh. Deals off.
Those old man balls are definitely hanging out of those
Deals
shorts.
Who's
You can't
that
wear
lady?
your Fab Five
Who's
shorts.
that lady?
Got to be fear of the burn.
All right, on that note, we're going to take a break. No better time and a no better note to break than that. We're going to take a break for 15 minutes. Please don't go anywhere. Stick around, get yourself a drink, and we'll be right back.
Hey, you kids! You know who this is. Thank you for listening to the Snozcast. I've always said this show is somewhere between children's programming and hardcore pornography. But that's for you to find out. My good friends Cory, Bob, and Nick are a bit busy right now, taking a break. We all know that Nick is probably telling a horribly boring and long-winded story. Bob's proudly making love to a vinyl of the Ray Conniff Singers. And Cory is crop dusting every single person out of the studio. But fret not, my dear friends. They will be back soon.
Well, strap me to a pig and roll me in the mud. If you're still listening to the Schnozzcast, you big Egypts, then you're already ahead of the game. Me boys Nick, Cory and Bob are probably still pouring their pints, but we'll be back very shortly. As me old daddy-o, me old lad used to remark, here's to cheating, stealing, fighting and drinking. If you cheat, may you cheat death. If you steal, may you steal a woman's heart. And if you fight, may you fight for a brother. And if you drink, may you drink with me. Slaughter.
G'day from down under. Just a quick word so there's no whinging. No worries. The boys from Schnozzcast are taking a break from a ripper episode. Just grabbing a slab from the bottle-o to quench their thirst. So relax, grab yourself a coldie and enjoy the music. Ta!
Whoa there. Just hold your horses. I can tell that some of y'all are getting a little bit squirrely about waiting for Bob, Cory, and Nick to get back to business with the rest of this fine episode of Schnozcast, which is pretty as a peach. It won't be much longer now. Maybe something that's all cattywampus with the microphones or something. You know how these things are. You're preaching to the choir because I can't wait neither. Anyway, the boys are fixing to come back with a whole mess of funny stuff that's hotter than a hooker's doorknob on payday. So just take a rest and enjoy the music, darling.
listening to the Schnozcast, dig it? My boys Cory, Nick, and Bob probably crushing some cans before the next match. Yeah, Miss Elizabeth and I never miss the opportunity to feel the excitement that is Schnozcast. Yeah, you know the Macho Man is the Tower of Power. Too sweet to be sour. Take it from the Macho Man. Hang in there, brother. Ooh. Yeah.
Welcome back to the second half of episode 140 for Schnozcast. Thanks for sticking with us or waking up from your nap and coming back. So, Cory, let's jump into. Oh, we got Todd back.
Word.
There he is.
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be here, Bob? Where would I be?
You can look right up here and see him.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Take a look. Take a look in the mirror.
Let's jump into gentleman's agreement.
Oh, it's the MF and gentleman's agreement. Oh, done.
That's awesome. I got to redo that one.
Sadly, I got to redo that one. Yeah. I should send that to you, Todd, so you could work some of your like audio magic on Nick's voice.
I just spit beer all over my laptop.
A little echo. Nick wasn't even listed, so I got to do it again.
Cheers.
Gentleman's agreement.
Oh, it's the MF and gentleman's agreement. Oh, done. You ready?
Yeah. So we're gonna do a shot. Please join us. Well, you can pause this right now. And we're back. Todd?
Yes, sir.
I can't see it because you're frozen.
I was saying, do not throw that.
Yeah. You can't see me. Why?
You're frozen on our screen.
I'm not frozen on my screens, but anyway, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Well, that's good.
You got yourself a shot.
Yeah, I did. I thought I missed it. I did a shot.
Oh, all right. You can do another one.
Good. Am I still frozen on your screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
well,
not on your. It's just for us to view you. Yeah,
it's just on us.
The live stream is
not
fine.
on the live stream. You're good.
Sure. So then I'll put another. Yeah, I'll do another one.
All righty.
Finally got that cricket that Bob let in out.
It's almost 8 o'clock for you, Todd.
Starting its
5 minutes.
All right. Here's to you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Salute.
There was a big black cricket like between the doors. Bob came walking up the stairs and he heard it. He's like, is this cricket in the house? I'm like, yeah, for whatever reason they go in between the like storm door and they try and make a run for the border like when you open the door. And so it just kept going back and forth with its incessant stribulating. And we noticed it.
You had to get that in another time?
I did because the headphones were. And Cory found it on the steps as we were going down. So I grabbed it, but I'm pretty sure it pissed on me. So
it pissed on you?
Everything was terrified. I tried to grab it 3 different times. It just kept hopping down the yellow stairs.
It was a thick, viscous stream of cricket piss.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
I don't know if it's that thick.
I couldn't imagine that.
They pee that much?
That's what I was just thinking.
Well, my bear paws might have squeezed something out of them, so I'm not sure.
All right, Todd Dillon.
Yes, sir.
On record, I have you as having one review to give, right?
Yes.
The one. This was from Monsters of Man. I feel like that
Please tell me it was from Nick.
I thought it was from Greg.
No, that doesn't sound like something I would give you. The stuff I give you is a solid C-.
Okay. Okay. I was hoping it was from you, Nick.
Because you liked it?
So
and you're like, oh, finally, I'll give Nick a win.
Jesus.
Was it my turn? Is my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This movie gets a solid F-. Actually, as long as F- is lower than E. This was one of the worst movies in the history. I thought I got punked again when I watched the movie that had. There was 2 movies with the same name. I thought I got punked. I was mad from the get-go. And so here's my synopsis. So it doesn't have any big name actors, but except for Neil McDonough. And if you don't know who he is, he's the guy with almost blonde white hair. He's always like, if he's a good guy, it's very shadowy, but he's usually a bad guy. And he's a CIA guy in this movie. Other than that, there's no one else of note. I mean, the other two, Kaylee Tran, Tatiana Marjanovic, Brett Tudor.
You're just making these names up.
Exactly. So
Scooby
no big name
Zewa.
actors. But actually, I do have to recognize one actor, not a name. Jose Rosete has the greatest jaw in the history of mankind. He has got the biggest jaw on a relatively normal-sized man in the history of the universe. You talk about a strong jaw? This guy's got the jaw of an ass. It's huge, and it's fabulous. So, anyway, I didn't expect the acting to be good, but it was worse than bad.
Todd likes to reach down and grab a nice, strong jaw.
Oh, dude, check out Jose Rosete. That dude's got a great jaw. But anyway, I told Mary like 87 times. She was mad at me. But anyway,
see Mary rubbing her face.
I expected amateurish acting because it was a low budget crew. But let me give you an example. One of the guys got his ear shot off by a robot, and he was essentially deaf because he had 2 bullets go off next to his ears. And one of the doctors is trying to talk to him, and she says to him, "Joey, can you hear us?" And he's like, and he goes, he mouths, "I can't hear you." And I'm like, well, wait a minute. If you just got your ears shut off, you'd be like, "Oh, I don't hear you." You'd probably saying it too loud. And I'm like, that's not accurate, but I get these are B-League people. Dude, then fast forward to the end of the movie when he gets half his face blown off. Oh, after he started screaming for no apparent reason, even though since he was deaf, he obviously couldn't yell. But he starts freaking babbling, and then he gets half his face blown off his leg. He's obviously dying. He talks in the perfect tone. "I've made mistakes in my life, and I regret them, but I'm glad that we're together when I die." Dude.
Oh, that's very nice.
Greg, I love you, but this is the worst movie in the history of movies. And I thought I got punked again. So please tell me there's another movie called Monsters of Man, because this one sucked ass.
I just am a little taken aback the fact that he was so excited to hate this movie if I picked it for him.
No, because I would have given it a solid D- because I've been like, well, Nick's only seen like 7 movies.
That's true.
That was literally, I was hoping you off when we're off the air. Somebody call Mary and ask her about I woke her up. She fell asleep. I woke her up to bitch about how horrible this movie was at every 10-minute interval.
Get up, Mary.
It's awfully nice of you.
What?
Oh yeah. Wait. And by the way, again, no spoiler alerts, but kind of the gist of this is they drop a bunch of bad robots into Cambodia, Vietnam to do some dirty mission, and there's but unbeknownst to the CIA who plots this thing with a contractor who's trying to sell them these robots, essentially the robots go off script and kill up a bunch of innocent people. But the thing that they didn't account for was there was a Navy SEAL living amongst the locals. Dude, there was so little Navy SEAling by this Navy SEAL. That's another reason this movie sucked. Yeah, I'm like, I expect he rigged like one bomb to kill one of the robots. There was 4 of them. And other than that, he kept telling a doctor who at the beginning of the movie was a pussy. He's like, dude, you need to stay behind with this machine gun. And I know the machine gun doesn't kill them robots, but you have to distract them and draw them to you so I can get the ladies away. And I'm like, shouldn't the SEAL be sealing and like cutting up trees and punchy spikes? He wasn't doing any of that shit. In fact, I will pay for anybody, if you don't have Prime, watch this movie so that you can see how horrible it is. I'm not recommending it, but this is the worst movie ever assigned to anyone ever. And I think I got punked. And I hope there's another movie called Monsters of Man.
Who was it, Seinfeld, that said, he can't stand when people say, oh my God, have you tasted this? This is horrible. Taste this. Like, no, what? You just told me it was horrible. Why? I know, but see how bad it is.
Because I don't believe
this is really bad.
That people might think that I am exaggerating.
So you're saying
literally because Mary, I bitch so much. Mary's like, well, do you have to watch to the end?
It was.
I think what we can pick up from this is one, you're a little bit of a deafist. I don't think you care for deaf people, which I don't really care for.
Deafist.
Two, you're a hard grader.
No, I'm not.
And 3, this whole conversation has given Bob goosebumps this whole time. Robots killing people. He is freaking out over here.
No, I'll tell you what. I'm disappointed because you keep ping-ponging back and forth between robot and robot. And I'm really getting annoyed because I don't know which one it is.
I never said, I don't even know robot. Robots.
Yeah, no, you go back to the tape. Anybody listening?
Rewind the tape.
Rewind.
Robot.
You said robot several times.
Never.
And I caught it because I'm like, that's bullshit. I know Todd means to say robot.
You're going to have to go back and check this one out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll have to go back to the tape.
Yeah.
They're robots.
All right. So not a fan.
F minus.
I got it. Cory, you had Lupin
from you.
Nope.
No, not from me.
It was from me.
Oh, was it from you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I have not seen that yet. So
Cory's going to tell you
for
not
me,
to.
but it's on my list. So for me, if you could do a spoiler-free review.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. 'Cause it's
There's only one thing that he's going to complain about.
and
subtitles.
And I know that you knew I didn't watch it when we were somewhere the other day because we were talking about this.
Oh, you would have been like, "What the fuck?"
And I know I didn't say anything about it. So then the next day I watched it and I was like,
okay.
"Oh, he knows I didn't watch it yet because I would have said something that night." The premise is amazing. It is a great premise.
Spoiler free.
Yeah, this is the. So there's 2. It's basically 2 seasons, not really seasons, because they're called chapters, and
seasons.
Yeah. So there's like 5 chapters in each season. I watched the 2, and that was it. Because as great as the premise is,
Execution not so good.
it's dubbed, and it's the worst dubbing job I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay. I'm going to jump in here just because
Yeah.
I feel like I should. It's not dubbed. You just need to change the language to the native language.
He doesn't speak French.
Yeah,
But, right. Oh, so you're saying you changed it to English because you didn't want to fuck with the subtitles?
no, that's how the movie plays on Netflix.
It's not. Lori watched this already, and she said the same exact fucking thing. And I'm like, you could change the language.
You can change it to dubbing, or you can change it to
Yeah,
subtitles.
and I'm not about to watch an entire movie
No,
in
he's
subtitles.
not. No, I knew he wouldn't.
That's so exactly why. So you can't complain it was dubbed because you decided you don't want to fuck with subtitles.
Wait a minute.
First of all, I did not
Cory
decide
doesn't
that.
know how to read?
No, I do not, Todd. Thank you for bringing it up,
One
though.
of these days, he's going to learn to read.
I will say for Cory, in his defense, though, that it's distracting me from the cinematography when I have to read it.
Actually,
Because,
the more you do it, though, the better you get at it. There's a couple of movies that, again, I was annoyed at it. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to have to read this whole time. So I got to pay attention. The funny thing is you actually pick that, even if you have tunnel vision, you actually pick up that, you do the reading, and the more you watch of it, the more you're actually in tune with how people speak. And our minds already do that. We already piece together the other bits. So I would always say, if you hate subtitles, keep watching the thing, and the more you watch, your brain will piece
it's
it
a
together.
practice skill. I totally agree.
Yes.
With
Yeah, I would never not watch a movie because of it.
But Cory would.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, I mean I watched the two chapters that I had to, but I was, dude, the dubbing was terrible, and I don't know. I mean I don't know if that was Netflix that does that, but like.
Well, Lori had the same problem. She said that she didn't do anything, and that's just how it played. And
Yeah.
it said, you can. So she went. She's like, oh, that's much better.
Well, I was
now
just
I can listen to the native language, and I just read the subtitles.
I still wouldn't read the subtitles.
I was just surprised that
so
a black French man, they had Louis Armstrong dubbing him. That was weird.
That was actually the only
What's
note.
going on?
That was the only note I took. It's a black French guy, and they found the whitest person that they ever could possibly find to do his voiceover. And you
don't think that black guys can sound like white guys?
Todd, I know you, so. But
all right, so dubbing aside,
but I mean, yeah, like I said, the premise is great. It does have an awesome plot to it. So again, that's all I'll give you because I know you do want to watch it. It's a good show.
Yeah.
I just, like I said, the dubbing aspect came into it, or even the subtitles, and I was like, "Wow."
Is this going to be another
Lost?
Another letter to the editor?
I think it's pretty interesting, though. Cory would like to watch it.
I know sometimes. Go ahead.
No, I screwed up. I was saying I was Cory would. This is a weird one. Cory would like to watch it, but because of the audio, it's objectionable.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's stuck because he doesn't want to read the subtitles, so he puts the audio on English. But he doesn't like the dubbing. So, what can you do, really?
Well, like I was saying, if Cory is moved to anger enough, he will send an email or a letter, and I just want to know.
Strongly worded letter.
Yeah, is this like the ice cream email?
No,
dear sir or madam.
The ice cream email was enjoy.
You never read it to us. You said you were going to read. I will read it on the air.
And I don't know why we never got around to that.
You never did.
I don't know either.
Because we were like, you did not fucking. You're like, I will read it.
I'm sure I still have it.
All right. Well, we're gonna have time.
Sounds like he's waffling.
I will look it up.
Right. www.corytalks.cc.
All right. Should we move on then, or do you have any more?
No, because again, like I said, if you're going to watch it, I definitely don't want to give too much weight to you.
Yeah, but so your advice to if anyone is listening who
what's the premise?
Values are, I can't recall. Did you? We went far afield on a tangent.
Yeah,
Did you give a 30-second kind of synopsis?
He didn't give a 10. He didn't give the.
I don't want to give.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
But what's
to
it
find
about?
out
Is it an army movie? Is it
like a couple
a fight movie? Is it a comedy?
No, it's more of a action
thriller.
Action thriller.
Netflix, right?
Netflix, yeah. It's
okay.
We'll call it we'll call it a heist movie.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. Nick.
Yeah.
You had Caddyshack.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this.
I've been waiting for this too.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you?
Because I my fear is it is a brilliant movie, but I don't know if it translates.
It doesn't hold the test of time. I'll say that. Yeah. First of all, okay, I could have completely done without the fucking stuffed animal gopher going
dirty
around,
motherfucker,
going around through the whole fucking I'm just thinking this whole time, like, are there people that are slapping their thigh like, oh my god, they're just, oh my god.
Sadly, there were.
That gopher is
that still are.
That looks so real. He's dancing.
I'm sure it's not.
That gopher is dancing.
I'm sure it's not for the realistic.
Like, they spent a lot of time and a lot of energy like tearing up the grass and doing all that shit just for this stupid fucking like puppet gopher to come. It was just so dumb because there was no other parts of the movie that was like that, and it was so fucking weird. Like at least with whatchamacallit, what was the cartoon fucking Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Like you knew that okay, it was an integration of cartoon and people.
That
this
movie
was
like
just
a demonstration of like the cutting edge how CGI could tell a story. This was
but it wasn't
stoner
that. That's why I think it is.
First of all, it wasn't CGI. It was a puppet.
No, I'm saying Who Framed Roger Rabbit was groundbreaking.
Yeah,
in the world of
Caddyshack
CGI
was not groundbreaking in any way other than it was a stoner comedy.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Maybe I should have been stoned. I don't know.
Yeah, that was my fear. I thought this was going to happen because as I said at the beginning, I think it's a brilliant movie. I slapped my knee to it at all, and I can suspend disbelief for the puppet.
No,
but I knew that if you haven't seen it and you haven't grown up with it, now it's probably the cheesiest shit in the history, especially with that.
It's so cheesy, dude. And I don't understand this about 80s movies. Like, there was a style of acting, like, in the 80s, like, in the 70s, 80s, like, where it was, like, this over-exaggeration. And it just translates to be really cheesy. Like, oh, you gopher, I'm going to get you. Like, no one talks like that. Like, you sound like a cartoon character,
That was really only Judge Schmales, though, in it.
That was him, but there was a lot of dumb things like that. But, like, in that stupid Pink Panther movie that he gave me, it was like that. It was like, you ought to boom. He'd hit his head and fall on the ground. That's why I know I would hate Three Stooges. I know
this is what I feared would happen. This is at you. It's very time specific, and you had to love it at the time, or it just doesn't translate.
Yeah, it definitely didn't. I was super pumped about the topless scenes, though. That was cool, at least.
Lacy underall.
But it was weird because like there was like part of a real story that you would start to follow like a little bit, and then there was a lot of just goofy, hokey scenes.
But I think the funny thing is, sorry,
I never. There's not one point that I laughed in the movie ever.
You never.
Chevy Chase should have got
no.
Chevy Chase should have gotten whatever the highest honor is for a movie, only because he's such a prick, and in that movie he's benevolent. It's like, holy shit, he's a really good actor.
I remember hearing Cory talk about Judge Schmales or whatever his name is, and I'm like, why is this someone you want to eternalize in vinyl? Like, I don't understand. Why is this? I don't. Okay.
Rodney Dangerfield is brilliant, though.
I think the fact that you just told me and the world that you never laughed once at Caddyshack really tells all the story you need to tell.
Yeah. No, I didn't. Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's probably like 6 or 7 other movies from this big ass list that I have for you that I now have to cross out.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't cross them out.
No, give him Porky still.
So,
because he liked the boobs.
Yeah.
So what with Bill Murray?
Yeah.
Is Bill Murray's? Please just tell me Bill Murray's face is like that, where he has to talk out of the side of his mouth, or was that his attempt to do that character?
First of all, how can you call it an attempt to do that character? Because it was never done before.
It was the perfect slow-witted. That was an example of a slow-witted dude.
He literally just stuck out the right side of his bottom lip anytime he talked.
Yeah, that was the character.
So that was the character. I was really hoping that he had like Bell's palsy or something, or he stroked out.
He's that good. He's such an actor, such a good actor that he
was
convinced
good.
You that he had Bell's palsy in Caddyshack.
I was hoping because I'm like, this is. It sounded like they gave him this part, and he's like, "What am I supposed to do with this? Should I talk in? I can't do any accents or anything." And they're like, "Stick your bottom lip out. That'll make the character." I mean, like it's just so stupid.
I'm actually sure that was probably his idea.
I guarantee it was his idea.
Yeah.
Slack-jawed
Bill
yokel.
fucking Murray.
I tried to because I'm like, there's so many big names in the flick, and I'm like,
so there was no part of that movie, just to clarify, where you were like, okay, that was good.
No,
like not one. Okay.
No, nothing was funny. I'm sure in the 80s it would have been hysterical, but
I still laugh at it today.
I do too.
I will tell you this right. I'll tell you this right now. My favorite part of the movie was the reoccurring 80s soundtrack that would play,
like of Kenny Loggins,
and all these other 80s bands and stuff like that. And that was like the coolest part for me. I'm like, okay.
All right.
But
so if I said you have to watch 5 minutes of this movie, again.
Yeah.
Which 5 minutes would you pick?
The intro scene where Kenny Loggins is singing.
And no one's acting?
Yeah.
Dude, you wouldn't pick.
All right.
Hold on a second. You wouldn't pick the 5 minutes around when dude's gonna eat that booger. That was funny.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
That's real comedy.
$10 says he eats it.
No, that was weird.
All right. Well, I think we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. Everybody's got different tastes, and some things aren't your cup of tea.
And this doesn't stand up over time.
So you
had to love it back in the day.
It sounds like we've now had 3 F- reviews in a row.
Yeah. No, mine wasn't an F-. It just it wasn't for me.
Yeah, it felt like a solid C+. You guys are you say I'm a hard grader. Cory's rating was sound like a solid C+ to me.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's not that I didn't think it was good, or it just there was that issue that I had that I don't personally like in a movie.
Right.
But for anyone else, if you're willing to read the subtitles or you're willing to sit and listen to horrible dubbing, then I'd be great.
I'd say Cory gave it a pretty great review, actually.
Okay. I thought it was a C+.
No, he didn't say C+. But I would say he's literally saying, like, other than the format of how to watch it, I thought everything was great.
Okay. So hear me out on this. You say I'm a hard grader. So Cory, if it had been so awesome that you didn't give a shit about the dubbing or reading the things, but it gripped you, that'd be an A, right?
I mean,
like broke the mold. The dubbing was horrible, but the plot was so good that you had to watch. You're going to watch the next. You binge watched it.
Yeah,
that'd be an A, right?
Yeah, and Nick's done that. Like I think The Rain was one of them. That was a dub movie.
Perfect. Yeah. And then if you had somewhere in between, what I heard of your review is a solid C+. So my C+ isn't a failing grade. I just want to say I'm not a hard grader. I thought I heard tonight was a solid B+, and maybe it was a B- if I'm a hard grader.
All right, you've used up all your time, Todd. So we're gonna move on. That's enough already.
Just trying to get my grade scale out there.
Excuse me. Sorry. So I rounded it out. I had to watch Mr. America from Cory. So this is on Hulu. It's Tim Heidecker, who's from is he from the Tim and Eric show?
No.
Okay. So Tim Heidecker, the actor, is playing Tim Heidecker, a gentleman who's had a bit of a spotty past. Who's is he in Arizona?
I can't remember the location. It's
looked like an Arizona type of a Colorado potentially.
Yeah.
Town, and he's had a bit of a run-in with the local district attorney, and he's come out on top in their court case, but he can't let it go, so he decides to run for district attorney against this guy to unseat him in the upcoming election, despite really not living in that town and not knowing anything about the town. And it's supposed to be a comedy, but I could tell you that, like Nick on Caddyshack, I did not laugh one single time. and I would give it a F-.
That's the new bar, dude. That is the. So if Todd introduced the grading system, I'm introducing the expression of liking a movie or disliking a movie by telling you that I never laughed one time.
Yeah, if it's comedy, I'm like, and I remember asking myself, I'm like, I wonder if I'm gonna make it through this whole thing and not laugh once. That would be really weird.
It's a sobering experience.
It is well said, and that's what it was. And I made it all the way through the end, and I thought a couple times about, like, I can't fucking watch any more of this. Yeah. But I said no, I'm finishing it, and I did. And I regret it's 90 minutes of my life that I wish I could have back. I'm sure that for some people he's fucking hilarious, but for me, I just, like, nothing he did was funny, and I couldn't figure out it was the driest comedy I think I've ever seen.
So was it Flula Borg?
Sorry?
Was it Flula Borg?
Are you having Bell's palsy? What is the word that you're trying to say?
Flula Borg.
Flula Borg.
You keep repeating these words.
There's a German actor.
I don't.
German like comedian.
No, his
guy.
name was Tim Heidecker.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, and that was shooting from the hip when I gave you that pick. I don't know.
Now the crazy part is I see what you were trying to do because, I've watched Between Two Ferns. I've seen Borat. There's lots of other like no laugh track really sort of mockumentary type of films that are good. And I don't know. I can't put my finger on how this one completely missed every one of those things.
No, and
to
really
make it a good film.
And I get that now
Yeah.
because I will be completely transparent here. When I watched it, I did not realize it was a mockumentary.
You thought it was an actual movie?
I thought it was an actual documentary.
Oh, and so you were laughing your balls off because
I'm like, this guy's a fucking idiot. I'm like, how could any of this actually occur? And now I realize it was a mockumentary. So
did Bob just
now you realize?
Did he just blow your mind?
No. I realized after I watched it, and I was looking up to put on the list that I'm like, okay, that's.
So you were hoping that I also wouldn't realize.
I kind of wanted to see what you would if you would pick up on that.
So sadly, the first thing I did was to read the description on Hulu when I went to the series page, and that really kind of fucked it up. Now I wonder if I would have felt the same way. But sadly, I knew it was
no, and
like,
that's fine, and that's like I said, that was my mistake.
Have you seen Spinal Tap?
I don't believe so. No,
you have to go to 11.
Wow, you can come up with a dozen similar type of mockumentaries that do it well.
Yeah, no, like you said, Borat and all that. Like that kills it. Like I said, this. At first watching it, I did not realize it was a mockumentary.
Yeah.
So I thinking it was an actual, crew following this guy that's trying to run for this office and what he doesn't like, how everything's ran. I'm like, I can't believe this guy would put this on the internet for everyone to watch. But
yeah,
then I realized that, like I said again, it was a mockumentary, not an actual documentary.
I knew who Tim Heidecker was. I know he's a comedian. I know that he does some stuff but I've never watched anything of his. So I'm like, oh, this will be a really good introduction to his type of humor. And I'm like, okay, I can't.
Yeah, no, and
I can't watch it.
And I cannot argue with that assessment of it because
I got halfway through. I was like, every minute of this is so painful, but I'm gonna try to tough it out because I need to. I can't drub it on the podcast and give it enough minus.
It's pronounced dub.
Without actually watching the whole thing. This gives me license to really shit all
Yeah,
over.
no, and like I said that, and that's fair enough assessment.
I mean, I think Tim Heidecker would agree. Did you at least watch it? And I'd be like, yeah, I did. It sucked.
Didn't laugh once.
Didn't laugh once.
That's awesome.
Yeah. 90 minutes of my life gone. All right, so
we are all doing a fantastic job at recommending movies to our friends.
Yeah, so
wait. How can it be that nobody had a movie for me?
Because you were there in studio with us, but you didn't give a movie to anyone.
Yeah. Mine was from Cory. Nick's was from me.
I gave. Oh no. So I had Greg, and so I would have given him one. That's what's wrong.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
All right, Todd. We'll give you 2.
No. We're gonna do new assignments here, but yeah, Greg had. Did you give him Reservation Dogs?
I did.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Yep.
Okay, so new assignments. I've got Todd. Cory's got Nick. Todd's got me, and Nick has Cory.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cory's
got who?
You.
And I got you.
Cory and Nick both have each other. Todd and I have each other. That's how
I got you, babe. Ba-ba, ba-ba.
All right, Todd.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Have you seen? What kind of movie are you looking for, Todd?
You surprised me, man.
Surprise you?
I'm broadening my horizons.
Dude, they're all going to be surprises. I'm just asking, what kind of surprise do you want?
It doesn't matter. If you like it, give it to me. I'm excited to see it.
All right. Have you seen Green Book?
No.
That's what you got. I want to
Seems
say
like a
it's
Sensi movie.
What's that?
I thought it was a Sensi movie. That's why I never watched it.
Sensi?
Sensitive.
Oh, sensitive. I guess part of it might be, but I'm not spoiling it for you. I think you're gonna love it because I also loved it. So
cool. Well, no, I'm excited to see it. Then I haven't watched it because I thought I can't remember what the movie poster looked like, but I'm like, it seems like a Sensi movie.
You can't judge by a poster.
Yep.
All right. What about for me, Todd? What do you got?
I'm going to give you the same thing I gave Greg since he's not here.
Oh, Reservation Dogs?
Yep.
Okay. Got it. Well, I guess we're kind of fucked now because Cory just went to take a piss, I guess. In the middle of assignments. Hurry up, Cory.
That's why we need to practice more. How's he taking a break here? He knows it's the fourth quarter.
Hey, Cor. Have you seen, you've obviously watched Stranger Things, right?
Yes.
Have you seen Manifest or Love is Blind?
I've seen Manifest. Love is Blind.
Oh, you've talked about that, Nick.
Yeah.
What's the premise?
It's kind of like The Circle, but it's like a dating kind of thing where they kind of live in their own separate rooms and they can't have contact with anybody.
Oh, then no.
So Love is Blind.
All right, I'll
on
just
Netflix.
Got it.
Ask Danielle how it goes.
You can't do that.
No, it's actually, if you like The Circle, you'd probably like this.
All right.
All right.
Hey, actually, can I change my pick?
Sure. Go ahead.
I don't want to upset the apple cart.
Go ahead.
But it's a movie that you said you hadn't seen,
Okay.
that you wanted to see, and actually, this I actually like better still.
What is it?
It's another reassignment. Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, I was going to say, you gave it to someone, didn't you?
I gave it to Cory, and he liked it.
Okay. Appreciate it. It's not a documentary, so I'm pretty fucking excited about that.
And by the way, if you guys want to add it to your list, even though I haven't seen anything, so it's a pretty easy list, but I have not, and it was out of spite for a while, but now I wouldn't care either way, but I have not seen Tiger King.
I haven't either.
I have.
No.
I knew Cory
I've
did.
seen it.
Yeah.
Tony saw it. Like a bunch of people, oh, it's so great.
I haven't watched it. I'll put it this way. I've seen it, but I haven't watched it to the end.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. Down to you, sir.
So, to follow up your experience with Caddyshack and Bill Murray.
Oh, boy.
I don't know, this is to sway Nick in the direction of Bill Murray. The Bill Murray Experience.
Okay, what's that on?
Peacock. And I will give you the login if you need it.
Okay.
It's mighty neighborly.
Will you, after you pay for an additional user fee and license, so you don't go to jail?
I'll just make sure I'm not watching it at the same time.
You want to text me now the information so you don't forget? So I'm not trying to hunt you down during the week.
Yeah.
By during the week, he means like Friday night next week when he gets around to watching it.
Yeah, I mean,
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
have either of you guys seen the Bill Murray Experience?
Is it just come out?
No, it's been out for a while.
I haven't seen it.
I think I have. I'd have to look up I'll look it up later, but I think I've seen it.
All right.
That is not what I thought you were going to assign, by the way. But
What did you think I was going to say?
I'll tell you after.
All right.
All right. So everybody's good?
Everyone's good.
All right. Let's do
Word.
Pick of the Week then. Pick of the week. And then we will wrap it up for tonight. I can go first, I suppose. My pick of the week. No, I can't go first. Because my pick of the week didn't make it into OneNote. And now I don't remember what it was.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great
Okay.
pick. That is a great pick. That you
I-
can't even remember what it was.
I know I had one.
It should be Prevagen next week.
I know I had one.
It should be Prevagen.
Cory, did I do last week? Did I do Netflix?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's bad when they go down.
Yeah, I don't know if it was last week, but you've done it before.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been last week because I wasn't here. Or I wasn't I?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I remember it now.
We're all here.
Yeah.
Last week your neighbor was bitching about the helicopter noise.
That's right.
Yeah. Todd's triumphant. Okay.
Okay.
I guess I'll go with. I really don't think I've done this one. Caraloha.
I'm sorry.
Caraloha is a company that
Bless you.
sells bamboo sheets, blankets, and other bedding and beach type of garments, fabrics, items. So, got a set of the sheets for the bed, and just ordered a blanket because I need to replace the one I've got. But sheets are amazing.
Jesus.
They're so amazing, and I just smashed my giant hand down on the table. But yeah, super cool in the summer. Breathable sheets. I expect the blanket to be as breathable as the sheets are. That's the claim to fame for bamboo overall. But if you're looking for something that is, down that laneway, Caraloha, Cariloha.
All right.
Jump in, fellas.
So my pick of the week is Lumi.
Go on.
Lumi deodorant.
That is not what I
You gotta be fucking kidding. Okay, because there's a lot to this now. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Lumi deodorant. So at first it came out and they marketed it towards like women, and then they came out with
Keep going.
Yeah. Then they came out with it for men as well. And then they have like unscented. So it comes like in like a lotion, it comes in a deodorant stick, it comes whatever. So I got the unscented, but it's marketed as a whole body deodorant. So, and it literally says on the front, pits, feet, privates. You can put it anywhere. So it's the reason behind it is
you don't have to shower?
No. The reason behind it is it's like
so you can put a bar or something under your arms and then put it under your ball sack?
No. I would use antiperspirant for under my arms, and then use like this or a lotion for
your ball sack
under my sack. Yeah.
Okay.
But no. So what it explains in a funny way, the commercials are very hokey, but it explains that basically like the not so fresh smell, in
under
like
your ball sack?
under your arm, under your balls, your ass, all that kind of stuff. They said it's not what you think. It's not like, oh, because you're disgusting or your sweat is disgusting and it smells. But basically that the bacteria that's naturally occurring on your skin, like eats the sweat and expels like this odor.
Oh, so the stench isn't really the stench.
No. It's coming from...
It's my body wash consuming the stench and making its own stench of my stench.
Yep. So
that's some bullshit circular logic, sir.
So basically what this goes after is not masking anything. It just kills the bacteria that causes it.
Oh,
so you literally
smell like ass and you're like, well, but it's
no, you don't smell like anything.
You smell like ass, but it's biodegradable.
I'm glad to learn that you don't perspire under your balls.
I'm gonna squirt a little bit into a Ziploc, send it to you, rub it on your balls.
Nope.
Get to the end of the day, rub under your balls again, and smell your fingers.
No. No, no, sir. No, sir, I say.
So you say no, but
refuse.
You say no right now, but when Mary's handling the business, maybe she's like, oh, hold on. What's the name of this?
Dude, I do a Dolce & Gabbana dab before I go to bed.
No, that doesn't.
That's just lipstick on a pig, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. You're just polishing a turd.
Oh, because my good bacteria. You don't know how to pay my good bacteria.
Yeah, it's like a boater bath. Just
it's
getting
like
all
a horse bath.
Getting all sweaty and just putting a bunch of cologne on. That doesn't work.
I don't perspire, sir.
Corey, they also come in moist towelette wipes.
Oh, that's so.
So yeah, you don't even have to go near a bathroom.
You can have a stripper shower,
sir. You smell like exquisite ass.
Why? The whole point of this product is to take away scents, and for whatever reason, Todd thinks it's going to take away a sweat smell, but apparently he doesn't wipe good enough because he's still going to smell like ass.
That's what I got out of it.
Yeah. And
it's been a very reveling podcast.
I think
well,
what was it?
Turns out ass smells good if the bacteria don't get to it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It doesn't have that much of a smell. But let me reflect on what Red Fox said. Don't just wash your whole ass, wash your asshole.
Let me reflect on what George Carlin said. There's only 4 key areas you need to wash: armpits, asshole, crotch, and teeth. And that's it. And if you could use the same thing on all 4 areas, so much the better.
Exactly.
Well, so far you got all of them but your teeth covered, so I wouldn't put the lotion in your mouth.
It feels like Pine Sol would do the trick.
Pine Sol?
Pine Sol.
Oh, my God.
That's because he's a child of the 80s. Pine Sol killed everything when
I
we were kids.
do recall Todd making a high-pitched squeaking noise when he was walking by when he was here last.
Smelled
cheeks rubbing together.
Northwest Forest.
Sounds like someone took a shit in the forest.
Well, I defy any of you 2 double fucks to follow that with your pick.
That's what I'm telling you.
I have one to counter it.
All right, let's hear it.
I raise Nick's Lumi.
Oh, my God. I thought you were going to say, like,
ball sack?
No, like you raise, like insects or something. Like you were going to tell us,
No.
like, I've been raising crickets in my basement.
No, I raise your Lumi deodorant to a Duke Cannon bar of dry ice deodorant. And oh, dude. The first time I applied it and the cooling sensation that you get.
You must love that mentholated.
Oh. Yeah, I can still feel it right now. It lasts all day long.
Yeah, it's just menthol.
But if we had an audience, I'd be really curious to know whether anybody gave a shit about what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
I would hope so. But
as long as we do.
Yeah.
You could rub Vicks under your arms and get the same
No.
effect.
Oh, that's good in the wintertime.
Yeah.
What?
No, I'm kidding. Oh, that goes right here.
I think
when
one
you're
of you
sick, it's a big dollop right here.
It goes on your chest.
I think one of you were kidding and the other was not. And I think Todd
And you know what's
was not lying about that.
you know what's a gross feeling when you're an adult and your chest is hairy and you got to rub Vicks all over
Yeah,
it.
I
And
can't.
It sticks to your shirt.
That oily sensation.
No, it reminds me of of childhood.
Yeah, it reminds me of childhood
It
as
does
well, and I
too.
still do it, but
And
it's
I-
horrible when your chest is all hairy because it's like
No,
it just clumps together.
You-
Like,
Yes, but I think the memories.
they override it.
outweigh
Yeah.
it,
Even as a kid,
2 words,
that on.
Manscaped.
What?
I'm not shaving my chest just
Oh
to put
no,
Vicks on.
no, neither am I. What also sucks is when you have a beard and a mustache and you got to put it underneath your nose, and it's like all this petroleum, all this petroleum jelly underneath your nose.
Yeah, so only imagine what that petroleum gel would feel like under your arms.
Well, that'd be fine.
Would it?
Actually, leave everything and shave right under the arms. Those are
Like-
like a seal.
Makes sense.
Sure.
So yeah, Duke,
It's taking a
Duke,
dark turn.
Duke Cannon dry ice
Very
deodorant.
dark.
Absolutely
Why do you guys
fantastic.
have hairs under your arms?
Yeah, because Cory, weren't you really excited about
Because we're white, Todd.
the Duke Cannon shower wipes because they had menthol in them?
I haven't given that as a pick.
But they were the same premise, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Here's my question is he had given me one before.
Yeah.
And I honestly still have it upstairs. I have not used it yet.
Didn't you give us all one, like when we were up at the cabin?
I did, and then Joe ended up going out and buying a shit ton of them too because he absolutely loved them.
But basically, like, yeah, if you want to point the finger, this is the point. This is a product that really is about skipping a shower, or if you don't have time for one.
One day we might get to that.
Yeah, and
But that's going to be it's on a list.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not talking about the product, but
Okay.
the only thing I was referencing is if it has that menthol in it, like. Is it the same feeling as getting out of a shower and then all of a sudden suddenly being cold? Or you're not heating your body up, so it's not the same? Like it's just a refreshing feeling. Who knows? But when you review it, you can let us know.
I definitely will.
All right. That leaves you, Todd, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I had a different one picked, but in the spirit of
this pumpkin beer that I'm drinking now.
No, that was what it was going to be, but now I'm switching it up. Comfort, cool, classic. I got to pimp some Tommy John undergarments. We all hear that on the radio, and if you don't have any, they make really good stuff.
Assless?
Well, no assless, but they got lots of variety. It does breathe. It's got awesome secret pockets for when you have trouble getting your thing into the right place to do what you need to do.
Is it Todd? I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. Are these the ones that have like the ball hammock on the inside?
Oh yeah. Wow. That you can get with or without.
Wow. With or without?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Okay.
again, sometimes
with or without the ball hammock?
Yeah.
With.
Exactly.
Let's do half and half.
Depends on how low you want to hang. No, great. I can't say enough about them. I like what they do. Their undershirts are really, 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 really good as well. They do a great line of stuff. So from the men's stuff, I got to pimp it. I use it and I love it. And it keeps you cool and comfortable, and it makes it so you don't need any loomy on your nuts.
I love that you called them undershirts. I haven't heard that word since my grandma used it.
I wear undershirts.
You just don't hear it.
Undershirts.
Now I'm hearing it all the time.
Undershirts?
Cory would rather get a bullet through his fucking head
than wear an undershirt?
Yeah.
No, because you were, for the wedding, you wore an undershirt underneath your dress shirt.
He's wearing a T-shirt right now.
And guess what it was? An Under Armour compression shirt.
Yeah, that I knew.
So, yeah, that's the only kind of undershirt there's going to
Gina said I'd be using Vicks in a hairdryer.
Vicks in a hairdryer. Oh, you'd be using it?
Yeah.
Yeah, next thing you know, the fucking bed be on fire. And
yeah.
It would at least smell good.
That's true. All right, that's the podcast for this weekend. There's the music. Join us next weekend for episode 141.
Funko this.
Funko this. On behalf of Shazcast, this is Bob. On behalf of Cory and Todd and Nick, saying take care of yourselves. We'll see you next weekend.